fellow Stitchers. My name is Erin. Today is Tuesday, September 27th, and this is Flosstube number 3 of Stitches and Clicks, my YouTube channel all about cross stitch. Welcome to all of my returning viewers. I'm so excited that you are coming back today, and welcome to anyone who is new. I hope you'll like what I have to share, and that you'll consider hitting like and subscribe. A little bit of a life update. I have been on vacation for the last week. We were camping in Door County, Wisconsin, which if you look at a map of Wisconsin, Door County is kind of that thumb of Wisconsin. We were camping in a state park, and I'll put some pictures at the end so you can see how beautiful that park is. Our campsite was right on the lake, so one of our dogs who likes to swim got to go swimming every day. We had beautiful weather and we did a lot of hiking. My husband and I really enjoy board games, so we played some board games, and I did have quite a bit of time for stitching, although I didn't get as much projects done as I thought I would having a week off. We were just busy with the hiking and the board games and relaxing. So I do have 6 projects to show you guys today and just a tiny bit of stash enhancement. So let's jump in. The first project I have to show is my daily block that I am working on for Brandy at Bestitch Me for her new shop that she opened in August, and it is Farmer's Blessing by Silver Creek Samplers. It is on 32 count ledger by Bestitch Me, and I will show you a picture of what it will look like when it's finished. And what it looked like last time, which was 2 weeks ago. All right, so this is what it looks like now, and it is in the Q-Snot because I work on this. I do a block every day, and since you saw the last one, I have added, I've actually finished this top section, which is really exciting, and I'm working on the words. So I'm almost a third done with this project as far as the pattern is concerned. I've almost finished the first page. So this is, again, Farmer's Blessing by Silver Creek Samplers. Bring it up closer. I'm almost going to have to move the Q-Snap. So, again, not necessarily a pattern I would have picked for myself, but I am really enjoying it. The saying's just very farm focused, which it is a farm pattern, but I'm really enjoying it, and it is my first Silver Creek sampler, and I'm looking forward to doing more. So that is my first project. The second project I have to show is Star Wars Universe by Julie May Designs on Etsy. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is what it'll look like, what it did look like last time. And here's what it looks like now. And this is full coverage. I am doing 1/1 on 25 count. It is a 25 count Lugana. And I'm just in the first page, the upper left corner of the pattern. And it is turning out really nice. I did have to make one correction to the flosses. It had a really bright red where it didn't seem like it should go. I replaced it with 3787. So I did have to make one correction to this pattern. Bring it up close. And there's some kind of ship starting over here, and this is Qui-Gon's head. So that is Star Wars Universe by Julie May Designs. This one I have in a project bag I made myself, and it is space themed. And similar to a lot of the projects I showed you last week or last time, I'm using the magnetic cable ties as needle minders. I used to use them as rolling up my fabric around the Q-snap, but I don't think they were big enough. I think you can get bigger ones, but these were not big enough, and they just kept popping off. But they work really well as needle minders, so I've repurposed them. And this particular project I worked on for, gotta check my notes, I think I worked on this one the longest, which is why I didn't get quite as much done, I think, on my vacation. I worked on this one for 7 days, and I put in 650 stitches, and I currently have 1,300 stitches in this project, which is less than 1%. I didn't check Pattern Keeper before I started, but according to Stitch Pal, it's still 0%. Next was my one new start on vacation. So this takes me up to 36. Again, I'm going up to 50 by the end of the year for my birthday. And my birthday was a couple weeks ago, but for my 50th birthday, I'm letting myself have 50 WIPs by the end of the year. And this particular project is in a vinyl or mesh project bag from Amazon. And I am using a cable tie as a needle minder. And this is what it'll look like finished. But there is no pre because it was a new start. So I will just show you how far I got. And this particular project, I am going across the whole pattern. It is not really wide, so I'm just doing full pattern rows. And I did 2 rows of 10. So that is the top. This is Wild and Wonderful by Paula Vaughn. And I got the book either on a Facebook destash or eBay. I don't quite remember. And I've got the flowers just starting here. And this one was a lot of fun. This is on 28 Count Lemon Lugana by Bestitch Me, and it is so nice to work with. I love linen, but I do also love even weave. And yeah, this one's just been really nice to work with. And maybe just to show you a little bit more, it is washed out on the camera. It's a little bit more creamy yellow than this pale yellow you're seeing, but it's looking really nice with this pattern. I'll bring it up close. Not much to see yet. And I worked on this one for 2 days, and I am not counting stitches because it's a paper pattern. So I don't really have it's about 11% if I just count the pattern rows by the total stitch count. The third one I worked on is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. It is in another bag I made myself. It is Farm Animals and Barns. and a cable tie for a needle minder. And this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like last time, which would have been in my WIP parade. And this is what it looks like now. I'm working on block 1, and I am doing a block row each time I pick this one up. So I finished the next one. So this bottom block here, row of blocks. And I am working on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha, and I'm doing 2/2 with DMC. So this is my first Hawk Run Hollow. I do have Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm working on kitting that one up, so that one might be coming out on my new start wheel. And again, when you look at the picture of the pattern, the ghosts don't show up quite as well. I'm liking how they're showing up on this fabric. So not very far compared to the total size of the project, but I'm really enjoying this one. And I'll come back and do the back stitching. There's a lot of back stitching in these corners, and this is a spider here, but I'm going to do all that at the end. And I worked on this one for 2 days. I did a full block row, and I'm at about 4%. Again, because this is paper pattern, I don't have the actual percent. It's about 4%. Again, if I just count the total stitch count according to Stitch Pal. So that is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Then I worked on Kitty Litter, which is a Dimensions Gold kit. And this is what it will look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like last time, which was again during my WIP parade. And this is what it looks like now. This one is so cute. So this one I kind of broke into sections, and I'm doing a 4-block row each time I pick it up. So I've done a total of 3 rows. And I added the top, so this part of the kitty, and you're starting to see the yarn above the kitty. So I really love this one. This one has a lot of cording, so that will be fun, hopefully, when I get to that. It has a lot of what's supposed to be yarn all over the basket. I've never done that before, so that should be interesting. And this, I am using the kit fabric, which is 18 count Ivory Aida, and the kit floss. And I have it in a bag I made myself, which is coffee mugs. And I do vinyl front. And this is also a cable tie, if I remember correctly. Nope. Yep, another cable tie for needle binder. So that is Kitty Litter by Dimensions Gold. And the last project I worked on over the last 2 weeks is Forever and Ever by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like last time. And here's what it looks like now. This one I'm doing a 30 by 30 section each rotation that I pick it up. Remove the dog hair. And I'm going down. So this is the top left of the pattern, and I went down to the next section. So I added from about here down. And this one is on tin roof. It is 36 count tin roof by Weeks Dye Works, using Dye Works thread, 1 strand over 2 fabric threads. And I have working on kitting up the next one, and I have purchased the remainder of the Songbird series, and I talked about that in my last video. So that is Forever and Ever by Cottage Garden Sampling, Songbird series number 1. I worked on this one for 2 days. I put in about 900 stitches. I'm at about 7%. Again, this is a paper pattern, so I'm not counting. And kitty litter I worked on for 3 days. I put in 400 stitches, and that one is at 2%. And that is all the projects that I worked on. So I'm going to move on to stash enhancement. And I don't have anywhere near as much as I did last week. Just a few purchases that came in. The first one is I am collecting the In the Woods series from Cottage Garden Sampling, and I got the bat. And I'm so excited. The next one is a beaver. I think he might be my favorite. So I'm excited for him to come in, but the bat is pretty cool. So I have the fox in my new start wheel, but I have not, he hasn't come up yet. Next is Songbird series number 10. I had ordered them all for my birthday, and they're starting to come in. So I showed a bunch of them last week. But this is Songbird series number 10. This one is Sing for Joy. And yeah, very pretty. Then I collected, I ordered from 123 Stitch because this particular one was back ordered when I did my initial birthday order, so I wanted to make sure that I got it. And while I was shopping at 123 Stitch, I did add a couple other things to my cart. So the first one I added was Stargazer, The Stargazer by Mirabilia. And I've seen a lot of people stitching this one on like a darker blue fabric, and those stars really show up. And it wasn't one I originally was drawn to until I started seeing people's finished. And now I'm really excited to start that one. And then I got September Sapphire Fairy for my birthday month. And I got January's Garnet Fairy. Both my mom and my sister were born in January, so I'd like to do that one as well. So that is January's Garnet Fairy by Mirabilia. And then the last thing I got was Halloween Quaker by Leela Studio. And again, a lot of people are working on this one. I have Holiday Quaker that's in my new start wheel. And now I'm looking forward to kitting this one up as well. And I've now fallen in love with the Spring Quaker by Leela Studio, so that is on my short list to purchase. So I should have 3 Quakers by Leela Studio soon. So I think a lot of people have seen this one, but yep, so that is my stash enhancement. That's all I have to share with you today, a little bit shorter this time. As far as plans, I will keep spinning my wheel until I get through my full rotation of projects, and then I start over, and I'll be throwing in about 1 new start each week, so I'll have a couple new starts to share with you. And I will be working at an obedience trial this coming weekend. I work as trial secretary at obedience and rally trials about 4 a year, and our next one is this coming weekend. And I really enjoy doing that, but it does cut into my stitching time. I don't currently have an active obedience competing dog. My oldest dog retired about a year ago. My youngest dog isn't quite ready, and our middle dog is a bit dog reactive. So we're working on getting him settled down a bit before he starts competing. So I hope you guys have a great couple of weeks and you have a lot of stitching time, and I'll see you soon.